I'd really also like to break down all the numbers, but instead of in these videos where it shows you how many Phoenix missiles are killing what base as video form, I want to show you kind of in a chart form so that way we can get through this a lot quicker. I'm going to go over how many Phoenix missiles does it take to destroy a base with no fortifications, with fortifications 3, and with fortifications with engineers. And I do want you guys to pay attention to the engineers because they are the single biggest damage reduction you will ever get. And we will go further on how to use them and abuse them against Phoenix missiles. So we went over how good engineers are against Phoenix missiles, but I want to elaborate on that. So usually we'll put the engineers near a base, but if you hit all units, they're still going to be selected. So if I hit local units, that would mess up this engineer placement or all my engineer placement. So I want you guys to learn a command called hold down position, which is this little shield icon here pops up with it. So hold right trigger, double tap left bumper if you're on default controls. If your controls are like mine, where it is swap LT and swap LB on, so that's not default, then just hold right trigger, double tap left trigger. Anyways, so usually vultures will come straight across and hit your base with Ys as soon as it can. So what I would do is I'm going to put my engineer on the back side of the base as far away as it could possibly be. So that way whenever the Phoenix missiles are about to hit the base, I can just highlight the engineer, hit Y, and make sure that this bubble connects to the base. Now remember, it only lasts for 10 seconds, so you want to wait until the last possible moment. So right as the Phoenix missile is hitting the base, that's when you want to use your engineers. Another key note is the shield generator is not benefited by the engineer shield. So whenever your shield goes down is the perfect moment to hit Y. Another thing that I would like to add is the fact that Wolverines and Reavers are the best anti-air against Vultures. The reason being is it takes 3 Phoenix missiles to kill them, regardless of their level. If it's air level 1 Vultures versus air level or vehicle level 1 Reavers, 3 Phoenix missiles, all the way up to 3. So definitely use your anti-air, guys. The last thing I want to go over is some ways to dodge some Phoenix missiles with garrisoning things, and other leader powers that can help you as well, like Wraith Invaders, Bunkers, Phantoms, Mastodons. I do also want to highlight the fact that Jerome's mech is not one of those, because they will count as the same unit, so therefore the Phoenix missile will target the Mantis, and then if you get out, it will then target the hero again. So it doesn't really confuse the Phoenix missile at all, so I do want to highlight that. Another thing is heavy metal. Look how many Phoenix missiles it takes to kill a Forge Hog whenever he has heavy metal. That's 10, 11 Phoenix missiles? Ridiculous. Another thing is Pelican transport. Now I do want to note that as soon as the laser starts, that's about the time you need a Pelican transport. You want to do this early. You can do this with more units, but yet again, do it as early as possible. You kind of want to go a little further than I did in the clip, because if you get out of the Pelican, then it'll chase after you again. How do I get away from this thing? Look at this. That is ridiculous. Look at that U-turn. Oh my god. So this is how you completely avoid Phoenix missiles, but watch where I place the starting point of teleport and where I place the ending point of teleport. Now I'm going to do it a few times so that way you guys can see. It's not too hard, but you just need to have visual cues. It's definitely something you have to get used to. Now this right here, these are invincibility frames. And whenever you teleport, you get invincibility frames. So even though the Phoenix missile hit me, 0 damage. And then we're going to go over Reavers and how to avoid Phoenix missiles. And basically, you're just jumping barely forward right before the Phoenix missile hits you.